Oh, well, it'll do. Goes back to his sandwich making. He's got 14
Hmm.
seconds to make that sandwich next time. TeamSpirit, they also don't have much reserve time either. A very intensive banning phase we just came out of, and no one's got any reserve time anymore, which is great 'cause it's going to speed things up. But yeah, Literal is nice, of course, with the clockwork, with the Batrider, and versus Lifestealer, most importantly. Lich does feel very nice. Just going to stop the effectiveness of Lifestealer just to jump on one person, rip him apart, and keep on, reduces Lifestealer as well, obviously, because you're doing less damage. So, all very tasty things which Lifestealer isn't going to enjoy too much.
This should just be like a casual Earth Spirit game, I think, for TeamSpirit. Like, you have to think about your position forwards left in the pool. There's no Nyx. Slardar's taken away. Some people have been playing him. Tiny's been taken away. You kind of want some type of mechanism for the Lifestealer to play off potentially. I know that's not really how it's played anymore. Okay, cool. They got Willow instead. I'd say, but you've got that kind of initiation. But instead, they're going to go for the Willow, which gives you that disengage up through the ult. And yeah, nice bit of damage. They've got so much damage coming up from both their supports right now.
Question
They
is
need to
the
find some
Snapfire
frontline.
is the Snapfire good enough to hit the targets when they're being feared by the Willow? It's like the highest skill combo you've ever heard of. I've got to try and track all the enemies as they run away with Mortimer's kisses. It's pretty
So
intense
what you're
job.
saying is it's harder to hit a person feared running in one direction at a set move speed than someone who can move in any direction.
Yes, yeah, but it's still
Wow,
doable.
that's
Therefore,
big.
it's a
No,
combo.
no, no,
It's a
that's
combo.
big. That is big brain.
Indeed.
I think it's going to be too easy for the Snapfire to hit. I'm gonna go against you there. I'm gonna say the Snapfire is gonna hit too many combos.
Too much usefulness.
But no, this is the fear factor I think in this draft right now. Is simply you've seen it again. The Timbersaw pick. It's just a very casual hero. You can just snap up and it takes up so much space in the map. And you can see how forZe is drafting right now. Like it's very much we're gonna have the ability to run at you. We're gonna have the ability to initiate. We don't really care about taking big fights. It's just gonna be like we're gonna come and scrap. We're gonna come brawl at you. And I think did you see that tweet from oh no,
Your old
I
man
completely
dementia's
blanked his
kicking
name.
in.
No, yeah, Knoxville. There you go. Knoxville's tweet.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. No, I didn't.
about okay. So it was basically a tweet about the amount of people brought to a team fight across like the last like 500 games or something, and it was showing how people were transitioning away from the classic five like team fights, but more towards like smaller engagements, bringing less heroes but with the same amount of impact. And this is the type of draft that you can see from forZe's lineup, right?
Yeah.
Like all of these heroes, Timbersaw obviously just has presence in lane, but all the other heroes have the ability to join and make something happen on the map. TeamSpirit, on the other hand, OD is going to want to farm, Lifesteal is going to want to farm. Willow and Snapfire for sure can make moves on the map, but they don't have a hero to play off right now. So it's going to be forZe are going to be able to utilize their kind of skill set and going to be able to move around the map. Of course, when you kind of say the heroes aloud, TeamSpirit's draft is of course scary, and it's like, oh my, oh, when it gets to 30 minutes of farm and the classic, oh, when we get to the mid to late game, yada yada yada, TeamSpirit's going to do really strong, yada, that stuff. But
yeah.
I think forZe right now they're really aligning themselves with this ability just to go. It is very scary though with this OD pick. You've got the save against the Batrider. OD naturally does really well against Timbersaw, so I think it for sure is very scary. But I'm liking the idea of
Yeah,
the forZe
I
draft.
kind of enjoying what forZe are doing here, but maybe a little bit more so than TeamSpirit. But just before you get to the end of this draft, I just want to see like if you hadn't seen any of these heroes, you just see these two teams on paper, who would you be favoring?
TeamSpirit.
Yeah.
But mainly just because of my experience of having to play them in pubs.
I've been destroyed by them so many times, like just PTSD the moment you see them. Please, no, not my MMR, not again. I can't take anymore.
I value it too much. I'm just a lowly support. But no, I think like the Legion pickup as well. They've now got double save against this Batrider. It's going to be so hard for this Batrider to find a place in the game. And I think if they don't take that early tempo and the early aggression and roll over them, which I said, like this draft is about those skirmishes, non-stop fighting, being in your face. It's going to be really hard to do that against OD and Legion. So I now take back my statement about liking forZe's draft, unless this last bit's really cool.
Into OD, it seems a little bit
torn.
awkward,
No.
but it's also quite nice.
No, they haven't convinced me. I'm sorry, forZe.
No.
I'm going to put my imaginary who's going to win prediction onto TeamSpirit. I think the double save coming from OD Legion, very strong. Batrider negated. I think the Timbersaw might have a strong lane, But even if he takes a couple early towers, they can't go high ground off the early Timbersaw timing because obviously the Medusa needs to farm for about 15-20 minutes. And at that point, Blade Mail Jewel from Legion is very scary. I think OD, very scary. And yeah, I like TeamSpirit's draft overall.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty solid draft from TeamSpirit. Is the 4 Protect 1 strategy from forZe gonna be enough? It's not a horrible Medusa game for sure. I feel like they had to go for something like this, but at the same time, the supporting cast, it just feels like there's a lot of counters across the board. I do still like the Lich into Lifestealer kind of thing, but yeah, I'm a little bit confused about how this Clockwork Batrider is going to work, especially when you've got Snapfire, which makes Clockwork's job of holding somebody still very awkward, because if you just get more of his kisses thrown down in your face, then all of a sudden you don't want to be a Clockwork and sitting still in a cogs anymore.
I think the saving grace here is the OD lifesteal, like I already said, they need to farm. So if the 4 heroes on forZe, excluding Medusa, can create enough aggression, force these cores to feel like take away their jungle, make both like the lifesteal and OD have to farm the same part of the map. Meanwhile, your Medusa farms up. You can have a very clear timing of like a Manta Medusa that can push towers quite peacefully. Then you can play off of that timing with your early laning phase, and then it's going to be very scary. Because Lifestealer OD, they don't bring anything to a fight until they have a couple items. Like Lifestealer, classic builds, of course, maybe like the Maelstrom build. You also got the Armlet Deso build. In this game, I kind of like the idea of an Armlet Deso. It means you can fight a little bit earlier. You could also play off of your Legion maybe as your initiation if he goes for the Blink Blade Mail. I wouldn't be surprised if the Legion goes for Pipe though this game, because allows you to maybe take an earlier fight. But
I'd like to see Maelstrom drums from RTW this game.
Maelstrom drums?
Yeah, I know. It sounds crazy, but just the ability to kind of hit your peak before Urgon, so Urgon can sit back and get his Ags. I think that sounds like a really good idea this game.
Are you quoting this build from a game that you've seen, or just
No, this is from the dark recesses of Nomad's mind, which is not a place for many
okay. I was trying to work out where I'm tallying that in the. I'm gonna align myself with it, and I'm not putting
you can dumpster it. You can dumpster it.
I'm solid. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in a solid. Maybe not today, kind of thing.
Like something you say to your son when he's like.
I was thinking exactly the same.
Can pigeons go to work? Can I take my pigeon home and nurse him as my own child? And you're like, maybe, Timmy. We'll think about it. And turn your wife and go, Jesus Christ, we're raising a retard. Anyway, Chew gonna be blocking ILTW from the rune here, perhaps. Although no. ILTW knows what to go for it. He's not full. He's no fool. He's backing himself out. forZe will be grabbing 2. TeamSpirit grabbing 2 as well. We'll head out. So what about the OD? I mean, we're seeing an Axis game, right? Like, it seems really good, both defensively and aggressively.
Yes, I wouldn't. Like, it's quite the common build right now is just to go for that Ags, and then you go for the Blink, or you go for, like, obviously the Hurricane Pike, Hex, Blink, like these type of items. It's very classic. I think the main thing is actually, because you have the Batrider here, you're going to have, I think, quite a difficult lane for this OD. Normally, you have the ability to be quite annoying, but Batrider, you waste one in Prism, boom, you should be dead. So it's not going to be so confident for the ODs just to secure every last hit within Prism.
No. At the same time, it's a really crap Batrider game though, right? Because you've got the Legion, who's always annoying versus Batrider, and you've got the OD with the imprisonment as well. Even to an extent, the Willow can be annoying if she can get off her Bramble Maze or Fear just to stop him doing what he wants. There's a fair few traps.
Oh, for sure. But the key thing here is because it's mid, he's going to get those levels. Well. He's going to get those timings, So he's going to actually have that early portion of the game where he doesn't care about the saves of Legion and OD, because he should be, with the bots, he should be high enough tempo that he can kind of mitigate the disadvantage he has. But we'll see. It's all about how can he transition from the first 5 to 6 minutes of his lane into then presence on the map. That is critical for this Batrider.
Absolutely. Which team do you think? I'm going to throw you a real curveball here. Which team is going to get to the first 10 kills?
forZe.
Really?
For sure,
with the just because of the Batrider's momentum, playing with the
you've got
seems odd to
Clock,
say
Lich,
Medusa line.
Look at like the rotational potential. Yeah, that works. Let's roll with it. Yeah,
that's your new term, mate. Own it.
Thank you. I've got many terms that I'm trying to coin. They're not really working out, but I'm trying. No, it's like Willow can move mid, but it's going to be an awkward move because you've got the OG there. Like, Clock can easily move mid into a Batrider, so I think forZe just have an easier time just playing around the map.
Turned around upon right now, but
Yeah, imagine getting slapped.
Yeah, press the attack helps out a little bit just to give him a little health, get him away safely. He's coming back in though. Now Vanscore's the one who's looking a little bit flexible, but he's got the frost shield, so no real issues for him. Everybody's okay. They're just playing.
Oh no,
just trading hits.
Yes. Yeah. Poor Medusa.
So bad.
I think the last time I saw
5-1 to 14-1 on Nongrada. Oof. TeamSpirit dumpstering this top lane.
Yeah, Legion's one of those heroes where you don't really take him away from the lane. He just always hits. And when you have Medusa in your safe lane, she provides like 0 kind of zone, like harass. Normally on mid, she gets those early levels, gets the points in Snake, and she can bully some heroes because, of course, the Mystic Snakes span. But in safe lane, fewer levels, lower points in Mystic Snake, you just kind of exist and right click. Legion loves to exist as well, so yeah.
Don't
Legion
we all?
should outsee assist. Oh, I do love existing.
Let's see, Chu going for the rotation here, but it is seen by this Radiant Ward, so probably nothing going to come of this. Ergon just playing back until this Clockwork is making himself known. He's not coming forward on this one. Although, with a Snapfire here as well, I don't know, Snapfire's not really the hero which you go, oh yeah, this is going to turn around a Clockwork gank, but maybe. Maybe.
Well, yes. Yeah, you got the cookie to disconnect from.
Yeah,
but the cogs. Nice
beautiful
cogs placement
there. Did he know? I'm not sure. Cookie. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, look at that.
Parkour, baby. Up to the high ground. Ergon's going to get himself away. And Misha throws a shotgun into Gibkey's face in the process as well.
Yeah, I was saying that was a nice placement of the cogs just to try and get rid of the cookie. But again, clearly on the same page.
Yeah,
that's all I was going with that one, by the way. There was nothing else. That was just, they're on the same page. Done.
Done, yeah. Who needs to intone to suggest you're finishing your sentence?
True. Noted.
19 team being chased under the tower, but he's chilling. He's chilling. It's just a lot of pain for him up in the top lane so far. Currently 10-2. Make that 11-2, but Nongrado very much owning this top lane so far. Down at bottom, now that Lazio left alone, he's probably not having the best times, although he did kill BZZ's courier. But yeah, Timbersaw is really going to kind of shut him out of the lane now, I think. It's not a great matchup.
Sure. Going to spam out the whirling death. As long as he plays inside the lane, it's fine. The worst thing that Timber can do is, of course, play behind the tower. But there's no way BZZ will do that. He's going to happily sit in front of the tower and just annoy this lifestealer out the lane.
Ultimately, did manage to dodge a whirling death with rage, which is pretty sick.
Vanscore,
the roach.
You know, just taking his free trip back to base.
Yeah, I'll take it.
We don't see that too often nowadays, just because, of course, it's like 25, 26 seconds for respawn.
Yeah, 26
so.
seconds. But they're going to immediately take opportunity of this and go on to Ergon. I don't think he's surviving this one. 4 stacks of sticky napalm. Chu chasing him down as well. He gains a lot of health from this. Gibkey trying to close the gap, but the blocks along with a battery assault in, and here comes a fire. And down goes Ergon. And he's a kill in the middle lane for forZe here as they spot themselves an opportunity. No opportunity for TeamSpirit to turn in for that one. He won the bottom lane. Ping's coming out, but no, this is just RCW saying, oh god, please help me. I'm hating this bottom lane.
It's that rotational potential, you know, that clock and Batrider.
So, they're looking to go onto the Medusa here. They've got a lot of health to get through there, and the cookie completely off the mark. They're going to stun the Medusa, but I think TeamSpirit realizing they need to get out of jail time here. They do not want to be in this neighborhood anymore. Meanwhile, Immersion will be taking some right clicks on his way out. Just a friendly goodbye, and forZe, well, it's an extremely defensive lane up here, you know? This is a Medusa with a point in Mana Shield, with a point in the Frost Shield as well from Vanscore's. But they're going to try and go again, reset, burn through that mana, burn through her health. Yeah, it's helping. The wand as well being popped, but it's not enough to keep him alive. The 3 heroes will just straight up run him down. Vanscore unable to get a return kill either, so that's going to be a kill into the Medusa up here at top. TeamSpirit, they get themselves something at last, you know, managing to really, really squash this Medusa. They do not want her to be a factor for a very long time in this game.
So yeah, the Medusa, like we already said, it's a very passive lane. Even though she dies there, I don't think it's like the worst scenario to be in, because you brought all these heroes top, your Timbersaw still being annoying bottom, your Batrider's farming mid, like you're still aligning yourself with that kind of timing of we need to have Timber and Batrider to set the pace of the game. So 1 death on Batrider.
Oh, double damage in the mid lane. Well, it might be a mid lane then. Oh, never mind. He actually gets a
turning
call out. They can't save him. Oh no, that was not the plan. forZe, they managed to get a return kill in the mid lane despite bringing in 3 heroes on the side of TeamSpirit to try and get a kill into Gibkey. And Gibkey is actually looking for more here. He's
got
horny.
the flame break into.
Yeah, Misha comes in though with the
there it is, cancelled.
Beautiful cogs, no immersion, and the very last second TP gets cancelled. Gibkey grabs himself another one, and yeah, it's Batrider.
Like how do you ever kill this Batrider if you have OD Willow? Like where's your damage? Sure, you root him or you imprison him, but the entire time that the Willow's moving over, the Batrider is putting napalms onto the OD. So by the time that the move is made, the OD already had multiple stacks on him. So yeah, it's Batrider. This is the one place in the game that he's gonna enjoy his laning phase. Like he's gonna maybe in about 15 minutes time he'll be like, damn, why am I playing Batrider? But right now he's like, I'm loving life.
So some shenanigans went down in the bottom lane, I believe, as ILTW has used Infest, TP back to base, and is now smoking back to lane with a self-bought smoke. Yeah. Not the most profitable of movements from him, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like in this situation, when you're against a Timbersaw, you need to play in front of your tower. Like, not in front of your tower, but in front of their tower, sorry. Like, force the creep wave to be separated.
Nomad just being obnoxious up in the top lane. I mean, he just ran and sprinted into the lane, hit a bunch of creeps, buffed himself up, throw down no warming odds, and yeah, he's chill, gets away with it.
I've looked again at the CS. That is somewhat filthy in the discrepancy between these two heroes.
Yeah, 51 on Nomad compared to the 28 of Medusa. She is getting absolutely destroyed and getting a little bit of mana back from that sneak, but not much, considering the cost anyways. Meanwhile, Ergon just trying to jungle up here. Oh, does he get himself a royal jelly? Wait, why does it say it's got one stack on it? I'm sure that's not right. Oh yeah, he used it on himself.
He's already in one.
Jesus, that was so quick!
He didn't ask his team. He was like, "It's mine, thank you."
Yeah, just immediately on. Straight into my mouth.
I found a jelly.
Just eats off the floor.
Oh god. Extra flavor and whatnot. 3-second rule.
RTW. Oh my god, he's playing that on the line, trying to bait him in. It might have just been successful here. They've got the Curse Crown out onto him. Now Ergon's on top as well. He's a big damage dealer. Meanwhile, Lifestealer, he's just chilling. Wants his health back. It's nice and healthy now. He's going to pop out the other side now. Immersion setting up with the Astral into the root. Is the damage going to be there though? Timber Chain away, but they will have to drop the hammer, but they'll bring down BZZ. TeamSpirit. I mean, ILTW is feeling pretty cheeky in his bottom lane. He knows it's not going as great as it could be, but he's making the most out of a pretty horrible situation. And look,
but he's
not going for the Maelstrom. He's going for the armor.
If you look at the fight recap, 39 gold for OD, 55 gold for Lifestealer, 200 for Willow. Like, it really wasn't worth that move. You have two cores coming down to kill a Timbersaw. This is why Timbersaw has such a strong pick rate in this current kind of patch. He exists within the lane. He forces out so many rotations and unlocks the map for your team to play.
Yeah. Gibkey gonna find himself bounty runeless right now. You fool.
He's now got the bots though, so his team up and moving aggressive top. His bots are coming out, so you're gonna potentially see a 5-man situation top in the next 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, Nomad has been the biggest factor for TeamSpirit in this laning phase, and now he's on the run, but immediately cutting through him with the Timbersaw here. So much damage without whirling death. Snake bouncing around as well. No chance of survival. No even attempt here from TeamSpirit to help out Nomad. They've just accepted that the Legion Commander is dead, and they're moving on with life. They're pushing out lanes. They're actually looking for Gibkey in the middle, in fact. The damage is there. The kill comes in. Hello. They're going to grab themselves, and this time they get the money on an important hero.
Yeah, that was not what you wanted from the Batrider, that's for sure.
Nope. But, top lane, ILTW is actually trying to defend this one. All by his lonesome, and so far so good, I guess. He's really pounding into this Timbersaw.
Oh no, he jumped inside the creep, not the catapult. It doesn't really matter, because...
He wants the gold for the catapult. My man's greedy. My man wants his money.
I feel you, I feel you.
Yep. For's playing around a little bit
here.
Here
Comes the Batrider.
Uh-oh. They need to make this duel happen quickly, but they will be able to bring down the Lich. Nice little damage for Nomad here, and a great 3-man fear as well. Just send them packing. TeamSpirit, there is not going to be a response from this for forZe, I don't think.
No, but they're trying to do this now on forZe. They're trying to bring 4 heroes to one lane, Medusa farm in the other. This is what they need to do. They need to be super aggressive. The issue is here, simply, there is a lot of disconnect coming from TeamSpirit. You've also got the Willow ult, again, like we already said, the double save, so... But they overstay their welcome mid on OD and just get instantly picked off.
Yeah, he's looking like he might be dead. Cookie's going to send him in a bygone direction, but yeah, there comes a Frost Blast and there comes a kill. Ergon is dead. And
Nomad.
hello, this is not the right
Open
neighborhood,
AI
sir.
chain
He's
frost.
getting sound right now. Gipkey actually being forced to back out. Nomad is very, very tanky, and he knows it. Oh no, oh no. Gipkey throws him back in. Does give his life for that flame break, but yeah. Don't worry, don't worry, Chew. You can miss your cogs all you want. Your teammates are here to help you out.
Some ping pong initiation right there, Jesus.
Absolutely.
But you can see how this kind of game is kind of decaying from like stability, right? Like you have forZe running around doing everything. Medusa's kind of farming within the chaos. So yeah, you can see how they are executing the draft how it's meant to be executed. Just they are going to eventually hit quite a large brick wall.
Indeedy. Talking of brick walls, Chew's made a brick wall out of cogs to stop TeamSpirit chasing him down. Oh, nice hook shot. Nice hook shot. Gipkey's trying to follow up as well. Gonna throw him forwards here. Ergon with a little bit of the navigation through the maze here. Looks like Chew might actually be dropped here as the hammer comes down. The damage is there and Chew is gonna die, but Ergon in some real trouble. But just turning around and manning up on Gipkey here. Might keep himself alive. The flames are doing a lot, but not quite enough. Meanwhile, Misha jumps in to get his lifestealer out of jail. Meanwhile, Legion round the back, try to go for something here it looked like, but unfortunately just has to get herself out now. They're still chasing on TeamSpirit. They are not done right now. 19 team, they're just going to try and be the meat shield and keep them away from his teammates, and Burn School will survive because of it.
I was a little bit wild from forZe. Like initially, like the hook was like, okay, cool, we got a nice initiation here, but the rest of his team was a little bit behind, and I think they all got a bit kind of baited by the Legion. They all tried committing to Legion. Medusa used ultimate. The Legion then ran away. So if they played together in that engagement, play off the hook as 5, then sure, it's going to be a free kill, move it into a tower. But because of that Legion placement, playing on the high ground in between them all, really ruined forZe's ability to kind of output any damage. Like they really lack damage outside. Like they got catch, they got this ability to kind of get into the fight, but they rely on everyone together as they jump on Legion.
Yeah, once again, trying to operate onto Nongrata, but yeah, the fear coming down once again with the cookie as well. Nongrata's going to live for now, however, they're going for the, yeah, here comes the Batrider in the back lines. That's how it onto Snapfire. Nongrata melting, finally ticking away, and it looks like Misha might be heading the same way as well. Yep, save your buddy syndrome. Paying off pretty badly here for TeamSpirit as Gipkey's able to open up onto 2 further kills in the middle lane.
Could you rate this tip out of 10, please?
19 team tips Gipkey. Wholesome. Wholesome out of 10.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Like it. Very friendly. Just, you know, good job, teammate. That was really nice. Didn't get caught in the fear. Got yourself a double kill. Looking very good. And, yeah, you know, not throwing salt, not throwing shade.
No, of course. Do you ever feel that tips put a lot of pressure on yourself, actually? Like, you know that if you make a mistake, you're going to get a tip in return.
Oh. Yeah, I think that was a large part of OG's mindset, definitely, when they first started the mass tipping and chat wheel war, for sure. They had a reason behind that. Meanwhile, Nongrata opening up onto Vanscore in the jungle, and that... oh my goodness! Nongrata just tears him apart. Yeah, that is a Lich no longer. I'm guessing that's a... oh, that's 3 points in Frost Shield. Did not do much. And now Snapfire has the level 6. Mortimer's Kisses will be available. They can really start to blast down these dual targets.
Now the OD just completed 4 staff. Now they're going to have double save 4 staff. Yeah, this clock's going to feel very upset soon.
Immersion trying to get himself away, but I don't think he's going to survive. No, it does get burnt away, but Clockwork will be traded in response, so it's a 1-for-1 right now. And LTW looking for more. Nongrata doesn't have that duel, unfortunately. Still on cooldown for another 7 seconds, and actually they're trying to turn the aggression round onto the Legion Commander and force Nongrata out, and the beautiful Flame Break come through again. They're even going to use the lasso to hold him steady and finish the job. Gipkey gets himself the double. It was expensive, but they get themselves a couple of kills. Nongrata overextending a little bit there, perhaps. Ergon's just standing there like, what the hell was it? Okay.
I said, like, that wasn't worth it for forZe to do that dive, and then the Legion just plowed his face into the river and made it valuable for forZe, so...
Thanks, Nongrata.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
That should have been
any of these early kills onto the lifestealer are so critical. Like, you want to have that early death timing, you then play off of the fact that you can melt people, like, you need to have some type of armor reduction for Timbersaw to some degree. Like, it's kind of a point where he has so much armor, is there really any point trying? But They go onto block though.
Invasion. Yeah, into their own jungle right now. They want to kind of clear out force from this area, and Vanscore's going to be the target. He gets finished off. Meanwhile, in comes the ultimate along with a hook shot, holding the OD still. Beautiful. And now comes the fear. Here comes the flames. It doesn't really do a whole lot though. Into on top of Misha as well. Yeah, we'll be able to get himself down the cliff, but still chasing. Will they be able to keep chasing? Oh yeah, Gibkey's got flame break still going. 19 Teen sees him. Misha pops down a ward as his dying breath and says, well, team, have some vision. Oh, he's not done yet, boys. Keep going. Keep it on going. Hit. Okay, Gibkey's more than fast enough to just right-click him. Finally, Misha gets finished off.
Yeah, so if you go back to the jungle, if you look at this location, that fight started from TeamSpirit because they had this high ground ward. They wanted to make a move because they knew that they had the high ground advantage. The issue was simply, they kind of got baited in, and by the time they moved up the high ground, nice drawing, mate. By the time they moved up the high ground, the OD was so out of place, his team wasn't ready to kind of throw that curse, throw everything behind him. He just instantly died. So I think this ward here, the biggest downfall of TeamSpirit.
Well, that's going to put them in a pretty difficult position to try and weasel their way back into the map. You still, you know, after the draft, you said you believed in TeamSpirit. Do you still?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. If you give me 1 second, I'm looking at a beautiful chain frost top to farm the wave and get rid of the lifestealer.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think right now the game's kind of it's as it should be, right? These guys are executing their drafts. Sure, TeamSpirit to a lesser degree, but forZe, they have that aggression. They're playing behind in front of their Medusa. They're doing what we expect them to do. The issue is, it gets to a point where they are just going to fall off. This OD is going to have items, Life is going to have items. They're going to have so much sustain, saves, Glimmer Capes, 4-staff. So I think right now, forZe, sure, they're in a good position, but if they make a couple mistakes, then TeamSpirit all the way. But TeamSpirit are the ones making the mistakes right now.
Well, they certainly are. LTW finally getting punished up here.
Very greedy.
Spent way too long trying to kill off Vanscore, and Misha going to be heading the same way as well. How many times is Misha going to be killed trying to save his silly old course? Well, at the moment that counts about 3 or 4, I think. Meanwhile, though, TeamSpirit, they're setting a trap. Vanscore, don't do it, Vanscore.
Oh, buddy.
Vanscore, oh God, the slaughterhouse. He gets annihilated. See you later, friend.
He just pings, why are they here? My Medusa is free farming. Why are they here killing me? He's like, it's fine, guys, it's fine. Don't worry. 3 heroes.
Yeah, that's the value.
Uh-oh. But this ward now has seen the Medusa farming. It could be the greatest ward from TeamSpirit.
Ooh, they walk past him a little bit, turn around. Oh, wait a minute, there's a Medusa here, but they knew it was a trap all along. The hook shot comes out along with the cogs, holding them steady. They're frozen still. The damage into Medusa. They do get away a lot of her mana, but with 4 heroes surrounding the OD, they're going to be able to finish the job, but Immersion just throws in a volley, alley-oop, and dunks on 19 Teen. So both the big cores dead now, but LTW thinks it's my time to shine. Nongrata go for the duel. What the hell? Immediately dies, and now LTW trying to jump onto BZZ as both the Nongrata and the Batrider die. That was a crazy fight from start to finish. I don't really know what to make of that one, to be honest with you.
Honestly, this ward that I mentioned earlier is dictating everything in this game.
Yeah.
Every random team fight is like, the Medusa's alone, let's go. And then it's like, we can't really kill her right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
they had their own vision down here, so they must have seen them just sneaking through in this kind of direction. Whilst Medusa was farming here, and then the hook shot just from across there is pretty damn perfect to set up for something, but wasn't enough.
And this is the key issue. This is the key issue, sorry, about taking the tier 1 towers. forZe have all the tier 1 towers up right now, so any move on the map right now, they're going to be able to rotate. And obviously people, they run to lanes, when they die, they're not going to waste their TPs. TeamSpirit, on the other hand, how do they get to these fights? They have to TP to tier 2s, even a tier 3 if it was in the bottom lane. Like, it's so hard for TeamSpirit to even get to a fight. So it means that they have to be so much more disciplined on their positioning, farm in better spots. And forZe, right now, they have this cushioning. They do whatever they want because they have these tier 1 towers.
I just want to point out something which weird happened there, which you might notice. So we're going to be quick because they are doing Roshan, but this courier looked like it just straight up suicided, but it's actually trying to check this cliff for a ward because they've got the sentry ward down, which would have seen it. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's cute.
Wait a minute, that's the wrong sentry ward. Well, I don't know then. I don't know what that courier was doing.
Move on, Nomad, move on. No, I have no idea. I didn't see it, so you're on your own on this one.
Yeah, Miss Micro from the Willow, from the Snapfire, I guess. People assume. Gibkey looking for it, doesn't find it. Oh, never mind, he's got a Blink Dagger, he will find it, but RTW turns it around with the open wounds and then with the save onto Misha as well, but they've managed to finish off Roshan this time, and now Misha getting dropped like a sock. See you later, buddy, he's dead. Meanwhile, they're on to brighter targets, but they go for the duel actually onto the Timbersaw, with a hook shot going to try and help out BZZ along with the Frost Shield. No duel today, but Nongrider is very fast. He's impregnated heavily right now, and they're going to keep on looking. Are they? I've got to be pretty scared of 19-teen right now. This man has a Demon Edge and an Aegis. Not willing to mess around. He's going for that Rapier, in fact. Classic Medusa build right now. Meanwhile, Chu just having fun on the front lines, using this Ghost Step to keep himself alive. Another two-man fear coming out. They start ripping away at Chu. Meanwhile, the backlines of Batrider trying to cause a bit of chaos on the front lines. Nograda going to get blended up, and now the rest of TeamSpirit realizing they probably need to get up to their high ground right now. forZe putting on the pressure pretty heavily here. They don't want to go any further than this, though. They are happy with what they get, and they should probably be able to claim themselves a couple of towers with it as well. I say that, LTW still coming forwards. This man is not deterred.
Yeah, the itemization right now from this clockwork just allows him to be a little bit more annoying.
Oh no! Caught him with his pants down. No omelet. No life. Yeah, beautiful
Alright,
dance
I take
skill.
it back.
There's a tip. That's a juicy one.
forZe are winning this game, lads. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you debated us all.
Well, yeah.
Well, they debated
Kinda.
us all, maybe. This early Roche was pretty
I
sick.
did give both reasonings.
Yeah. Going for this Rapier on the Medusa, even though they're running down the middle lane right now, but still such a sick item.
Normally you align the Rapier with the Aegis. You don't go Aegis, expire Aegis into Rapier. So there is potential that this could be a yikes Rapier.
I'm ready
Probably
for it.
not, but
This is CIS, remember. It's very possible.
true. But no, look at this. Just take their racks, dip out. He is 1,300 gold away from the Aegis, and it is expiring in 2 minutes, right? I didn't time it. Not gonna lie. Yeah, 2 minutes 50. It should be expiring.
Yep, that's correct.
So yeah, we're gonna have a Rapier with no Aegis potentially.
Yeah, if 19-teen commits, which I hope he does, and they're just gonna smoke up and go again.
You're in it for the content, I understand.
Oh, I just love seeing a Rapier.
It's a
gonna
very
add a bit of spice
undervalued
to
item.
the game.
Yeah.
Game's getting a bit dull, just like a pasta bake. Then throw a bit of cayenne pepper in there. There you go, free tip. Mexican, doesn't even matter. Throw a bit of cayenne pepper in it. It works really well. Well, there comes a lasso out onto the Purger, therefore that's pretty good. Nongrada going to be losing his life, it looks like. Try to heal himself up, but it's not enough. Meanwhile, hookshot forwards, look for the +1.
Again,
the +1
dismantled.
gonna be the Willow. She's going for the TP out here. Might actually make this one. Yeah, they'll have to change. Oh, never mind. BZZ does have enough damage. Meanwhile, they're trying to chase Misha at the same time. Gibkey definitely going to grab this kill as he fires shotguns nothing in a dying breath.
Yeah, they're just getting worked right now. And again, it boils down to the whole idea of forZe have this ability to run at you, to fight you. They have Medusa like super farmed, and additionally, Spirit are trying to play in an area of the map underneath their vision. They feel comfortable because they have A, high ground, and B, the vision to support that high ground area. But the issue is you can't hold that area because forZe can just plow into you, right? You got Clockwork, Timbersaw, these heroes that just want to run at you. So
Oh boy.
it's
coming.
not good. Oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah, we're gonna have like 1:20 of Rapier time, which means there should be some type of it's so awkward. You don't know where you can go for the end of the game.
They don't have the
Rapier.
Oh wait, with the Rapier they do. Yeah. All right.
Maybe
See you
they
later,
just-
Rage Bark.
Maybe they go for it. I'm sure they could, right? There's a tier 2 top though. This is why it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, they got to go for the win if they're going to go for anything here.
Here we go.
Yeah. Okay. They got BZZ to tank it. They're thinking
There
about
we
it
go.
right now, aren't they?
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Manta's up. Okay.
But you do
forZe-
have all ultimates on TeamSpirit. This could be the biggest throw.
This could be the
Let's
biggest
see.
throw I've seen in a long time, but let's see what happens. How long have they got in the Rapier? 46 seconds. Doesn't look like they'll be able to hold out for that long. Oh
Just
my
a
god, Nograda, no. And now they've got Lasso coming down to the Snapfire. Also, they've got to get the Fear off onto 3, but for what? They don't have any damage. They don't have any catch. The Nograda's just running at them right now. I'm not sure this is a play, buddy. The Legion Commander now getting turned upon. Ergon finally entering the fight. He's got himself a BKB. Where is our Lifestealer friend? Well, he's actually in the backlines inside of a creep. Not sure about that one, Chief, but I'm sure he's going to get back
30
into
seconds
action
on the
soon
Rapier
enough.
on the Aegis.
Can they
30 seconds on
hold
the Aegis.
off? Yeah, pretty much on the Rapier in it.
They don't have
No,
Fortify either.
GG.
This is just this is it. There we go.
They're out. They're out. They're going to try to make some players in the back lines, but yeah, there's nothing they can do, I guess.
No, yeah. Ooh, that last fight the Batrider getting the Snapfire with the lasso. I I don't know if it was a Snapfire being out of the base, or if like out of his fountain, or if the Batrider went in to kind of grab him. But the fact that you didn't have this like Snapfire ult just to try and go shoot, get out. If they could have delayed it by maybe like an extra 10-15 seconds, got rid of the Aegis, then you could have put forZe in a difficult position of, okay, maybe we can go. But again, they didn't really have any damage, let's be real here. So yeah.
Yeah, there were no damage, nothing to tear through the Medusa. A bit awkward in the end there. They were relying a lot on that OD to kind of get in and deliver, but there was just too much control. There was too much to force him out of these fights and control him up really easily.
Yeah.
And he also was forced into going for first to four stuff, because of course there's a clockwork on the enemy team. And then he had to go for a BKB, felt like, as well. So that just really stopped him being able to deliver anything. I was really hoping to see the Ags, but yeah, when you look on it, it's not really really possible. But there you go. All right, let's slip over to the draft, by the way. I just want to point out this player net worth draft. Look at this OD. Look at this OD, man. Like 13,100 around the 25-minute mark. 2630 is 19.8k. I mean, my God.
Yeah. It's, when you rinse an entire base, you get a lot of gold.
Does appear that way.
I think the nice thing to see about this is, like, we mentioned it during the draft. Okay, so forwards, they have a brawling lineup. They're going to want to run at you. The Medusa's kind of like their fallback plan. It allows you to actually end the game. That's really cool. But again, they have to execute. If they don't execute, this game's going to be really rough because of, again, like we mentioned, the saves and all this from TeaSpirit. So you got to give props. This was actually a really refreshing, nice kind of clean game coming out from forZe, which was just, we're going to draft something that has a little bit more kind of skill to it, and we're going to roll over you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a really solid game from them, and definitely well played as well. Just excited to see game number 2. This is the best of 3 series, of course, so it could go all the way to a game 3. Can TeaSpirit pull it out of the bag? And maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a bit of underestimation here from them. Maybe they weren't prepared for what forZe were ready to put down in this game, but they really did throw it down in game number 1. Game number 2, can they do the same thing, or are we going to see a third game? Let's find out coming up very soon. This is Parimatch League Season 2. My name is Nomad. He's been TeaGuvnor, and we're going to be back with game number 2 of TeaSpirit versus forZe very shortly.